Hello and welcome to My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh. With shifting geopolitics, India is prioritizing stronger engagement with the Global South, focusing on trade, connectivity, and shared development. The recent visit of Fiji's Prime Minister to India underscores this vision, as both nations explore deeper cooperation in areas like climate resilience, renewable energy, and capacity building, reinforcing India's role as a key partner for Pacific Island nations. India's growing engagement with the Global South has found a strong partner in Fiji, a key voice in the Pacific. In New Delhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Fijian counterpart Sitiveni Rabuka reaffirmed shared priorities, from defense and trade to climate action and sustainable growth. Condemning the Pahalgam terror attack, both leaders called for united action against radicalization, terror financing, and misuse of technology. A series of MOUs deepen cooperation across agriculture, education, healthcare, mobility, and cultural ties. The partnership also spotlighted joint commitments to Mission Life, the Blue Pacific 2050 strategy, and renewable energy, with a pledge to advance clean fuels through the Global Biofuels Alliance.
फ्रेंड्स, क्लाइमेट चेंज फिजी के लिए क्रिटिकल थ्रेट है। इस संदर्भ में हम रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, खासकर सौर ऊर्जा में साथ मिलकर काम कर रहे हैं। इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस, कोएलिशन फॉर डिजास्टर रेजिलिएंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और ग्लोबल बायोफ्यूल्स अलायंस में हम एक साथ हैं। अब हम डिजास्टर रिस्पांस में भी फिजी की क्षमताओं को बढ़ाने में सहयोग देंगे।
For Fiji, India's support in renewable energy, healthcare, education, and technology is more than a boost to bilateral ties. It's an investment in the future of the wider Pacific community. Their partnership goes beyond economic cooperation. It embodies a shared resolve to shape a more inclusive, peaceful, and sustainable global order.
We stand together on the same stage, not only here, but on the same stage in the world, promoting peace and stability, welfare and well-being, and also development. And we look forward to continuing the great cooperation we have. We have been fortunate to be part of your global efforts in solarization and medicine research and the use of your recent discoveries and inventions. We can only benefit.
Defense and maritime cooperation took center stage in the India-Fiji dialogue, as both nations pledged to deepen security engagement across the Indo-Pacific. A standout announcement was the creation of a defense attaché post at the Indian High Commission in Suva, a move set to boost coordination, strengthen trust, and ensure closer information sharing between the two partners.
India-Fiji relations are definitely very important. Firstly, it gives us an outreach into the South Pacific. We are extending our areas of, if not influence, but partnerships. And especially in matters of defense, India is now going to be posting a defense attaché in Suva, the capital of Fiji. So that gives us access and ability to, understand the military domains, the maritime domains in a better manner, as well as our defense attaché there could also coordinate and connect with other Pacific Island nations out there.
From countering terrorism to tackling climate change, from deepening defense ties to advancing sustainable growth, India and Fiji are charting a new path of partnership. For New Delhi, engaging with Fiji is part of its broader push to amplify the voice of the Global South, fostering South-to-South cooperation, ensuring fair access to technology and resources, and addressing the unique concerns of developing nations, from climate resilience to sustainable livelihoods. Together, the two nations are not only strengthening bilateral relations, but also shaping a collective voice of the Global South towards a future that is secure, sustainable, and inclusive. The world is racing to cut emissions, and India is steering the charge. With bold policies and homegrown innovation, the nation is driving a clean mobility revolution. More Indians are switching to electric, not just as transport, but as a lifestyle. The surge in demand is fueling massive growth for EV makers, turning India into a global hub for green technology. Traffic in India's metro cities is swelling, but many residents are steering toward change, choosing electric, pollution-free rides for a cleaner, greener future. Take Siddharth Arora from New Delhi, who now commutes daily in his electric car, enjoying the smooth, noiseless drive. Powered by clean energy goals and the Make in India push, India's electric vehicle revolution is gathering speed and transforming mobility across the nation.
There is no engine noise, there is no, it is a very low maintenance car compared to a traditional fuel car. I feel good that somehow I am helping in the environment, that I am leaving a good impact, that is making some changes in the environment, that my car is not burning up the fuel or creating noise pollution.
With soaring demand and rapid tech strides, India is fast-tracking its electric vehicle journey. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently launched Suzuki's first made-in-India global EV, the e-Vitara, set to be exported to 100 countries under the Make in India, Make for the World vision. He also announced the launch of hybrid battery electrode manufacturing, giving a strong push to India's EV ecosystem. The EV battery market, worth $16.7 billion USD in 2023, is projected to reach nearly $28 billion USD by 2028. To drive this shift, the government has approved a $96 million USD subsidy under FAME 2 for over 7,400 public charging stations nationwide.
आज भारत की मेक इन इंडिया इस यात्रा में एक नया अध्याय जुड़ रहा है। ये मेक इन इंडिया, मेक फॉर द वर्ल्ड हमारे उस लक्ष्य की तरफ एक बड़ी छलांग है। आज से भारत में बने इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स 100 देशों को एक्सपोर्ट किए जाएंगे।
Suzuki Motor Corporation President Toshihiro Suzuki announced a massive investment plan, committing nearly $84 billion USD in India over the next 5 to 6 years. A bold move that underscores India's growing role as a global hub for electric mobility.
Since then, the progressive policies have inspired us to invest in India and Gujarat with full confidence that this Gujarat facility serving customers across India and global market will shortly become one of the world's largest automobile manufacturing hubs with a planned capacity of 1 million units. Further, we chose this facility to manufacture the e-Vitara, our first BEV, and made it as global production hub for this model.
This is just the beginning of India's electric vehicle revolution. Backed by rising investments, cutting-edge innovation, and global partnerships, the country is fast cementing its place as a leader in the EV sector. Moody's estimates that in 2025 alone, Indian automakers will pour about 10 billion USD into electric vehicles, lithium-ion batteries, and advanced manufacturing. At the sacred shrine of Nowgaja Pir, faith transcends boundaries. Here, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and Christians come together in shared devotion, offering chadars, lighting candles, and whispering prayers of hope. The towering legacy of Sufi saint Sayyid Ibrahim, who journeyed from Iraq centuries ago, stands not just in legend, but in the spirit of unity he inspires. With temples of Shiva and Hanuman nestled nearby, the Dargah becomes a symbol of India's timeless tapestry of peace, harmony, and brotherhood.
Amidst the bustling town of Saharanpur in India's Uttar Pradesh state lies a most revered shrine of Nowgaja Pir, an epitome of harmony, peace, and spirituality. The Dargah is believed to be the custodian of the 5-century-old legacy of the Sufi saint Sayyid Ibrahim, who journeyed from Iraq to India to preach humanity and peace in the region. Today, devotees from every nook and corner of the state, transcending religious boundaries, come to the shrine to pay their sincere tribute to the holy saint.
यहाँ पर सभी धार्मिक लोग आते हैं, यानी सभी धर्मों के लोग आते हैं और सबको एक सम्मान देखा जाता है। कोई भी धर्म का हो, हिंदू हो, मुस्लिम हो, सिख हो, ईसाई हो, कोई ऐसा भेदभाव नहीं है। इंशाअल्लाह सब आएंगे। जिसको नमाज़ पढ़नी है वो नमाज़ पढ़ो, जिसको पूजा पाठ करनी है वो पूजा पाठ करो, किसी को दर्शन करनी है वो दर्शन करो, किसी का कोई ऐसा मसला नहीं है। इंशाअल्लाह सब अपने अच्छी तरीके से काम करते हैं और अच्छी तरीके से बाबा की सेवा करते हैं।
What makes this revered destination stand out from others is its divine intersection of religions. The Dargah premises of Saint Sayyid Ibrahim is surrounded by the temples of Lord Shiva and Hanuman, which accentuates India's Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb. It becomes completely optional here if you wish to offer namaz, perform aarti and prayers, or for a spiritual experience. The doors are always open for the believers.
यहाँ से आते जाते पीर बाबा की बहुत मानता है, तो इस करके हम मत्था टेकने के लिए जब भी दिल करे तो हम ज़रूर यहाँ आते हैं। बाकी मेरी सभी जनता से ये अनुरोध है कि सभी धर्मों को मानना चाहिए।
हम यहाँ नौगाजा पीर पे आते हैं और काफ़ी समय से आते हैं और ये अपनी मन्नता पूरी करने के लिए आते हैं।
The Dargah of Nowgaja Pir embodies a rare coexistence of humanity and religious inclusivity, propagating love while cultivating mutual understanding and togetherness in society.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
A Salvadoran town became a fireball battleground during the annual festival that has become a tourist must-see in the country as it marked the 103rd year of the tradition.
I think it's very exciting, it's very enticing. I'm very excited to see what goes on, and it's so cool that this has been going on for over 100 years.
Participants called boleros threw racks drenched in gasoline and rode into tight, flaming balls while crowds cheered on to the two teams. The festival commemorates a volcanic eruption in 1658 that forced residents to relocate. In a religious twist to the celebrations, locals say the fireballs are used because the hot lava that flowed from the volcano was actually the local Christian saint Geronimo fighting the devil with balls of fire. The Ministry of Culture declared the battle a cultural treasure in 2019. Revelers rejoiced as they got shot in tomato puree during Spain's annual food fight festival Tomatina. Before the tomato fight, a big Palestinian flag was unfurled to demand an end to attacks on Gaza. Later during the fight, participants hurling tomatoes from the trucks held 3 more Palestinian flags. Tomatina is said to have originated from a spontaneous bust-up among villagers in 1945. The event was banned for a while during the 1950s at the height of General Francisco Franco's dictatorship, but was survived to gain popularity across Spain in the 1980s, and today draws large crowds of visitors from abroad as well as Spaniards. Peru's Congress unanimously declared the Chirabaya shepherd dog a national cultural heritage, safeguarding a breed linked to the ancient Chirabaya civilization that flourished between 900 and 1350 AD. The discovery of canine mummies in southern Peru, according to experts, confirms the dog's historical role in herding, hunting, and companionship. Jamie Rodriguez, president of the Peruvian Cynological Association, said the breed is believed to have arrived with the Tiahuanaco people and was essential for managing South American camelids and producing fine textiles.
India's innovation story is being written by its young entrepreneurs, and IIT Kanpur stands at the center of this transformation. From robotics to aerospace, wireless charging to cybersecurity, its startups are building technologies that strengthen self-reliance and global competitiveness. Backed by government support and guided by vision, these ventures are not just shaping industries, they're shaping the nation's future as a global leader in technology and innovation. India's startup ecosystem is soaring, driven by young innovators reshaping the nation's future. At the forefront is IIT Kanpur's Startup Incubation and Innovation Center, SIIC, a launchpad providing funding, mentorship, and resources for bold ventures. Among its success stories is Aditya Pratap, founder of Xterra Robotics, whose team has built quadruped and humanoid robots for farms, factories, defense, and disaster sites. Designed to work alongside humans, these robots handle monotonous, risky, or messy tasks, making work safer, smarter, and more efficient.
So this robot is built with the ideology that these robots are capable of moving around us. Usually you will see robots which work in isolation in cages in industry, industrial, automotive, or even warehouses. But these robots are designed to work around us. So SIIC, IIT Kanpur had provided us the environment first to build these kinds of robots, as well as being in IIT Kanpur, it has been fruitful to work with the students which are part of this institute.
Balaji Sriram, a PhD graduate from IIT Kanpur, founded Symactricals with support from SIIC. The startup is pioneering India's first indigenous wireless charging technology for EVs, drones, and robots. Backed by government grants and investors, it has already secured international orders, driving India's self-reliance in this critical sector.
I had received a government grant. It's called the PFC CSR scheme. Over a period of 4 years, we established ourselves as a wireless charging company, not just in India, but also in abroad. So now we have orders from abroad also, from Australia, from Dubai, and from New Zealand, and also from Malaysia, and even from Singapore.
Rohit Srinivasan, co-founder of Dream Aerospace Technologies, is developing green and reliable propulsion systems for satellites and space missions. Aligned with the Make in India vision, the startup aims to make space exploration cleaner, safer, and more cost-effective, bringing India closer to a sustainable future in space.
we are also focusing on making India product only. We are whatever the proposition, whatever the product right now, completely we can go for a made in India, completely which can be developed and manufactured in India and then utilized in India itself.
IIT Kanpur's Startup Incubation and Innovation Center is providing resources, guidance, and opportunities to many such startups. The aim here is not just to create companies, but to contribute to the nation's progress.
We have approximately 150,000 square foot of usage space. Our primary goal is to support all kinds of startups wherever we find that there is a potential for helping the country grow.
Over the past 5 years, IIT Kanpur's C3I Hub has nurtured over 50 startups, empowering them to build homegrown cybersecurity solutions and driving its vision of becoming the country's foremost hub of cybersecurity innovation. Recently, the hub brought this journey to life through Connect 1.0, a 2-day power-packed showcase where incubated startups unveiled breakthrough technologies, highlighting India's growing strength in safeguarding the digital future. At Connect 1.0, organizers stressed the urgent need for indigenous cybersecurity solutions, especially in today's evolving security landscape. The Government of India is backing such innovations across sectors, and C3I Hub startups are stepping up to the challenge.
The whole objective is to how we get those startups uplifted to come with the innovative and indigenous solution which can help us to prevent the cyber attack, or rather to increase or rather to strengthen the cybersecurity posture.
It is very, what C3I does is highly impactful for not only the founders and the startups here, but it basically meets the goals that are set by right from the Prime Minister of the country down to every government agencies. So whatever C3I doing is very highly impactful.
One such venture, Aerosys Aviation India, is developing cost-effective kamikaze drones with GPS-denied navigation, designed to withstand anti-drone technologies and jamming systems. The Ministry of Defense itself posed this challenge, and the startup responded with a breakthrough solution for the nation's defense.
So what we are doing is we are actually trying to build kamikaze drones that can actually intercept these drones, which are actually comparatively cheaper than your air systems or the Akash air system or even the S-400 missile system that we have. Our drones are, they'll be completely autonomous. They can track other drones in any vicinity, and they can actually attack those drones, and they are much more cheaper to operate as well.
So there is a need for a very focused initiative here, which fortunately the Government of India has realized and is started taking the steps towards it, which is to provide support to develop critical technologies within the country in multiple domains.
From robotics to aerospace, wireless charging to cybersecurity, IIT Kanpur's innovators are redefining self-reliance. With government support and bold ideas, these startups are not just building companies, they're building India's future as a global technology leader. Tucked away in Kolkata's northern lanes, Kumartuli is a neighborhood where art comes alive. For generations, its potters have shaped more than clay. They've shaped culture. Here, artisans breathe life into idols that travel from Bengal to the world. In the rhythm of their hands and the scent of wet clay lies the soul of tradition. Step into these alleys and you'll find the birthplace of gods and the heart of Bengal's artistry. With every touch of clay, divinity awakens, eyes open, forms rise, and gods are born through the artisan's timeless hands. Welcome to Kumartuli, a historic quarter in the heart of Kolkata, where centuries-old artistry still thrives. For generations, this vibrant potter's hub has been the sacred birthplace of idols, especially of goddess Durga, worshipped not only across India, but around the world.
वेस्ट बंगाल में दुर्गा पूजा ही होता है जो सबसे बड़ा पूजा जो कहते हैं, हाल ही में हेरिटेज भी घोषित हुआ है। यहाँ जो आइडल होता है ये फेमस है सबसे ज़्यादा स्टूडियो में। कुमारटुली में जो दुर्गा मूर्ति है या कोई भी मूर्ति बहुत फेमस है। तो मेरे स्टूडियो में जो पूजा होती है दुर्गा, एक तो वेस्ट बंगाल का भी होता है तो होता ही है, और बाहर में भी जाते हैं, जैसे कि इस साल अभी एक मूर्ति जा रही है पोलैंड में। तो बहुत सारे ऐसे कंट्रीज़ है आउट ऑफ इंडिया जहाँ मूर्ति जाती है।
The journey begins with bamboo and straw, shaped into a frame that breathes life into form. Layer by layer, sacred clay from the Ganges is pressed gently by hand, slowly giving shape to divinity. What follows is a delicate dance of painting, ornamentation, and draping, until the goddess herself emerges in all her splendor. From Durga and Kali to Saraswati and Ganesha, every idol carries centuries of artistic tradition, yet remains deeply rooted in timeless spiritual symbolism.
इस मार्केट का तो प्रभाव बहुत अच्छा है। हम छोटे से आते हैं, पापा जब से ले आता है तब से आते हैं। अभी हम अकेला भी आते हैं, जब जो लगता है मूर्ति का खरीदारी करने आते हैं। ऑल ओवर वर्ल्ड में यहाँ मिट्टी का मूर्ति जाता है। जितना सनातनी आदमी है, कुमारटुली का मूर्ति हर कोई नाम जानता होगा।
What makes Kumartuli truly special is its global embrace. The artistry here doesn't just travel overseas through exported idols. It also draws seekers of tradition from across the world. Take Ekta, for instance, a ceramic and pottery student and artist based in the UK. She has journeyed to Kolkata to immerse herself in the timeless craft of idol making.
So when I spend my time here, I make molds, which I can take it back to UK, and there I can use the clay that's found there, and then I can make installation works, which are then exhibited in different galleries.
Walking through Kumartuli feels like stepping into a living museum, where every lane is lined with idols in the making. Every corner echoes with the rhythm of chisels and brushes, and heritage quietly breathes through the clay. It is one of the rare places where tradition isn't just preserved, but lived and practiced every single day.
আর আমার প্রতিমার বৈশিষ্ট্য হলো অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্রতিমা সাবেকি প্রতিমা, মানে আগেকার যে ধরনের প্রতিমা হয় অ্যাকচুয়ালি সেই প্রতিমাই আমি তৈরি করি, কোনো আর্টের কাজ করি না। কিন্তু এই প্রতিমাই এখন নানান দেশে যাচ্ছে, বা এখানে বাড়াড়িতে আবাসনে প্রতিটা জায়গাতেই পুজো হচ্ছে। আমার আমেরিকায় গিয়েছিল একটা ছোট প্রতিমা, বড় না ছোট, আর এখন শ্রীনগর, কাশ্মীর শ্রীনগরে গেছে, আর ভোপালে প্রতি বছর আমার প্রতিমা একটা করে যায়।
For centuries, the tradition of idol worship during Durga Puja has transformed clay into divinity. In the hands of Kumartuli's artisans, the goddess emerges as a symbol of devotion, community, and continuity. These idols travel from local pandals to the world, sustaining not just faith, but the livelihoods of countless craftsmen, a legacy reborn each year. Kumartuli is more than a neighborhood of potters. It's a living gallery where tradition, devotion, and artistry converge. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.